Welcome back to Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on Fox Soul. My next guest is an internet sensation, better yet, an internet superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, MJ Harris. For the people out there that don't know who you are, who is MJ Speaks?
So, I am a proud uncle dad first.
So I see, so I watch.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entertainer. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like I provide people with an escape, you know, from their day-to-day life. For those 5 to 23 minutes that you're watching me every day, it's really there to help you smile and just, if nothing else, just feel good for that moment in the day. And so I really love doing it. I'm 15 years into doing it, and I love it.
It's been 15 years you've been doing it?
Yeah, I started doing videos.
Jesus, so if you've been doing this for 15 years, oh, I'm old.
We both are, baby. We both are. But we look good.
Yeah, we look good.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So I see you on social media, and you've been the uncle dad. You have your nephew, Marco. So he's your brother's son?
My brother's son.
He's your brother's son.
Yeah.
How did you obtain him?
So, you know, the thing is our family is very fertile. I have 24 nieces and nephews at this point. Yes.
Wait.
We have very fertile people. Yes.
Wait.
Yes, yes. And so I'm very close to a lot of them, but with Marco, I think that what it was that Marco's always shown a very high interest in business and just in life and motivation. And so when the pandemic hit, 24. One of my brothers got 7 alone. Okay? We are very fertile people. And so when the pandemic hit, I would talk to Marco a lot on the phone, and every time Marco would reach out to me, he'd say, Unc, and he'd say, Unc, do you have time to talk? And I say, yeah. And he'd say, hey, I want to talk to you about these questions about business, about life. And I could hear the paper in the background. He would write out his questions, what he wanted to talk about. And I said, he just seems like he has a huge appetite to learn. And so one day I just reached out to him and I said, hey, would you like to come on out to California for a little while? Just because where we're from, you don't see a lot of entrepreneurs.
Where are you from?
We're from Arlington, Texas. And you don't really see a lot of entrepreneurs out there.
You don't see a lot of nothing in Arlington, Texas.
It's a great place for a family, you know? And so he came on out here and just blossomed, and then we did a couple videos, and I did not want him to be on camera. I kept on saying, Mark, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to be on camera. He's like, I don't want to be on camera. And so we did it, and what we quickly was able to discover was that we provide a window into a family that looks different than what some families traditionally are seen as on TV, but we provide a window into what I would say is a pretty normal family that just looks different. So we always say we're kind of the new modern family. So we love sharing our life with the world.
Uncle Dad, ain't that something?
Yes, it's very different.
So, you know, I like to ask lots of questions. And there's a question that's been burning deep in me for a very long time. I watched you have a public breakup on the internet with a gentleman. Are you guys friends now?
No, I think like many people with their exes, we don't have any contact. I will say this, so I met him and we decided to...
Do you say his name?
Oh, his name's Corey.
Okay.
Yeah, his name's Corey. No, I met him and we just decided to share, like I've been doing for years prior, we decided to share our experience with the world, which was the first time I'd ever shared any relationship form of anything online in that particular way. And it was a great experience. I don't know that it's an experience I would do again, but he's a wonderful person and I'm sure he's doing very well.
I was hurt for you in that video after I did really find out that, you know, it was a real...
But you know what I think is the thing is this, you know, one of my biggest content categories over the years has been relationship content. And so people write into me all the time about their relationships, about breakups, cheating, whatever they go through. And so for me, I think that while my experience was something that people definitely empathize with, the more important thing was that it allowed people to be able to ask themselves, what questions should they be asking when they go into a relationship? How should they be entering their relationships? How should they be handling their experience? I think that the reason why we were able to reach 10 million people a week was because of the fact that people were able to see themselves in this experience. And it was happening at a time during the very beginning of the pandemic. I think we offered people a wonderful escape, but also a mirror into their own life to say, okay, we see MJ's choices, whether we like them or not, but what choices am I making for myself and how can this help me to live a better life? And that's really the core of my content. It is there to help people look at their own life and make choices for their life. And if they're entertained along the way, I think all the better.
And you've made money at the same time.
I have. I have.
But what did you learn from that experience personally?
Well, personally, I think that what I learned, for me, I am very open about the fact that I am my life today. I'm the person who's healed. I went through sexual assault. I went through a lot of things very early on in life. And I think that like a lot of people who went through significant trauma, we play out that trauma until we heal it. And so for me, that was one experience, but I wish that was the only experience that I could say that I've had where I did not choose well, I did not choose right. There wasn't anything wrong with those people, it was something wrong with my choices. And so with that said, how many of us can identify with, literally, how many of us can identify with choosing partners not based on our best self today, but based on our trauma? And I think that through that experience, what I got to see within myself, and I think what a lot of viewers got to see as well, was a person who was making a choice for what they wanted within their life, not based on who they were today, but based on unhealed parts of themselves. And I think that happens anytime that we don't work on ourselves. So that was really the hope that I had, that everyone would walk away from that with, which is the ability to say, you know what? He probably didn't make the best choice for himself within that moment, but what kind of choices am I making? And am I making them from my healed adult self, or am I still making it from that broken child?
Now that you break it down that way, I would have never looked at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Especially, looking at other people's lives on the internet, because I do feel like that we are teachers. Mm-hmm. I feel we're teachers. We're healers. We are people who have the courage and the strength to live our truths in the public, in front of millions of judging people.
It takes a lot of courage to do it, and I think that people like you and I, where we share everything, I think that for us, we have to know that people are going to watch and they're going to have positive opinions, negative opinions, but my North Star, the thing that my why is what I focus on. And my why is this. I don't know if reincarnation is real, so I don't know if I'm going to be back here after I transition on. So with this time that I have here, I want to use this platform that I'm blessed to have as a way to give people lessons on how to live. That doesn't mean that I'm perfect, but if you can watch my experience and extract some kind of lesson from it, then I've done my job. And my logic is people got viewing options. So if the way that I deliver my lessons works for them, then they can keep on coming back for more. If it doesn't work for them, then certainly there are other folks that they can watch who can hopefully give them lessons in a way that is digestible for them.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people too.
You know?
Now, MJ, I know you have, you talk a lot about Marco and stuff, and we've watched Marco and you together and watched him grow with you. Are you afraid of the predatory people that come along with the social media situation of preying on your nephew?
That was one of the things we talked about. I remember when we first were about to go on camera, because we had done a video where he was like, I really want to be on camera. So I ordered some fried chicken from this place called Honey's, and we sat down to eat, and we didn't put out the video yet, because I was like, I don't know if I want to put it out. He said, put it out. And I said, I don't know, Marco, a lot comes with this, because people come at me hard, and you're much younger, you're 17 at the time. And he said, no, I want to do it. I said, okay. So we put out the video, and I remember my heart was pounding. We're sitting there watching like the live premiere of it, and we had a conversation. And my conversation with him was this. I said, first of all, don't take in the good comments, because if you take in the good comments, you're opening yourself to also taking in the bad comments. So just treat it all the same, which is be detached from it. And I said, and the other piece is this. Your inbox is going to include a lot of different things and a lot of different types of people. And some of what you see is going to be very uncomfortable to see. I said, so I would really recommend that you not go through your DMs. And Marco has stayed true to that. Marco is the hardest to reach person on earth because he does not check his DMs under any circumstance whatsoever. So that's helped tremendously.
Now you see what you just displayed? Ladies and gentlemen, he just displayed proper parenting. So MJ, my last question is, what's next for you?
I've been doing this for a while. And the thing is, people see you and I, and they think that the success they see today just happened because maybe they're just getting to know us in recent years, right? But the fact is that this took a long time to get here.
Long time.
It's a lot of work. And so for me, I think what's next is, the insurance businesses are growing, thankfully, and I would like that to continue. I'm not saying I won't be on camera anymore, but I am happily allowing Marco to really get a lot more of the forefront with it because I'm tired. I'm tired. This has been a lot for me to sustain being MJ, and I would like to work less. So I have cut my filming schedule back. We used to film about 20 days a month. Now we're down to about 8 days. Next month it'll be 6 days. And so we bulk a lot of stuff into those days, but I'm slowing down a little bit. I would like to have more kids. I want, love to raise them. If I say I got lucky, I didn't have to change diapers with Marco, but I would love to, grow a family and just focus on that next chapter of my life, because I'll tell you that in order to get here, one of the things I think people don't recognize about folks like you and I is the level of sacrifice that it takes, the relationships, the relationship with yourself, all that stuff that you have to the health, all these nights of not sleeping because you got to get up super early to get to work again, that takes a toll on you. And I want to pour back into myself a little bit more. So I'm not going away, but definitely I'm looking for a life of more balance.
Well, we all definitely need balance. MJ, I love you. I love you so much. And thank you so much for coming doing the show.
Thank you for having me.
I love you, baby. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after this.